How you doing?
Here comes Amberlynn.
Oh, girl. Easily, I have lost over 1,000 pounds. Proud of myself.
Hello, Goral World. Today we're going back in time to hear the love story of Amberlynn and Destiny, the one that got away. Enjoy!
Crystal and I have broken up. On top of that, I have met somebody new. I will be moving into a completely different environment, completely different state, and just leaving everything that I've formed here. It's a very, very big decision that I have made. So I was living in Virginia, and my ex, well, my girlfriend, she was having some confusing thoughts just kind of about our relationship and stuff. I was in this relationship thinking we'd be together forever because that's what we'd say, and something changed and we tried to fix it and we really couldn't. I think she needed to experiment more, venture out. She was confused and this and that, so we broke up. I love Crystal more than I have ever loved anybody in my whole life. We have a connection that I don't think we'd ever be able to find with anybody else.
That is her go-to line for every breakup. She tends to go on and on about the connection and how it was like no other. Blah, blah, blah. Her and Crystal didn't seem to have any special kind of fairy tale love, though. I think she was just acting how people expected her to act after a breakup.
I was still living with her at the time because I considered them my family, they considered me family, and none of them wanted me to move. I didn't want to move. You still share a bed? Is it hard? We do share a bed. I don't see any reason why Crystal needs to buy a new bed, because if I do, and when I do plan on moving, they'd have an extra bed. There's no reason for it. I don't want them to waste the money. Friends sleep together all the time.
Goral, buy your own bed. Why did she expect Crystal to be the one to buy a whole extra bed? That just shows where her head is at. She is a huge user and always has been.
And we were all totally fine with it. Crystal, which is the girl that I'm talking about, she started talking to other people and I was getting a little jealous because I had so many high hopes for her and I to work out. I really wanted her and I to work out. I would never keep someone in a relationship if they didn't feel it was right. That's not the type of person I am. I loved her so much. That was my first true broken heart for sure. And I still love her dearly. I love Crystal so much as a person. She changed my life. But I saw her talking to people via chat sites on her phone and stuff after we broke up, and I kind of in a way was jealous of it. I wanted someone to talk to. I ended up downloading the chat site Who's Here. It's an app, and I only did it because Crystal did it, and I would get so many messages on there every single day. And when I say over 100, I'm not exaggerating. Out of every 100 messages I'd get, I'd probably reply to 3. And I really was just looking for friends. I was looking for someone that I could talk to, that could kind of keep my mind away from the fact that I had a hardcore broken heart. One of the people that I happened to message back was Destiny.
Amber was a hot commodity on the apps back in the day, and she had to make sure we knew. I just want to know why, out of the hundreds of prospects, why did she go with Destiny?
If one of you start dating other people, we are both actually talking to people right now. She's talking to a couple people. I'm talking to just one person that I have formed a really deep connection with, which was unexpected completely. So before I go any further with that, the reason why Destiny had a Who's Here, because that's the app, was because she found out that one of her friends was catfishing people using Destiny's photos. She was only on there because Her friend finally admitted that she was doing it. Her friend gave her the password, this and that, to like the whole thing. And she would go on there sometimes because her friend was still using it here and there, and she wanted to make sure that her friend wasn't using it. You're a lot. She didn't message anyone on there, and she happened to see me because when you first go onto Who's Here, so many faces pop up in front of you. You're like, hey, how are you? Like, I'm good. Like, just tons. And she said my face was the first one she saw, and for some reason she couldn't help but be drawn to sending me, hey.
That 100% absolutely did not happen. Sounds like Destiny was trying to cover something up and made up that catfish story. I'll never believe that, because why wouldn't you just delete the profile?
Like the other 100 people who would message me daily, just, ugh. I wasn't expecting, like, anything. Like, I really just needed a friend. Her and I would exchange, like, the stupidest little things. Like, just like, hey, what's up? What are you doing? And then one day I was so bored and she was online. And I'm like, oh, cool. Maybe we can actually have a conversation. She was just, like, asking me questions like, so what's your name? And then I told her my name was Amberlynn. And she's like, oh, my God. My favorite band ever wrote a song about your name. Like, it was a whole thing. I was like, oh, really? She was watching Catfish at the time. That's one of my favorite shows in the world. And she's like, oh my God, me too. One of her friends was catfishing people using Destiny's photos. We're so much alike on so many things. And she's like, I'm obsessed with cats. And I'm like, shut up, me too. Let go of him. Jesus Christ, I was like... Like, it was so weird. And I was like, oh my God, I finally found a friend. So then I was like, you know what? You want to just text message? So we exchanged numbers. And, strictly dickly friends. I just want to say that. That's all I wanted. Strictly dickly. We would text like 24/7. Honestly, it was just like an ongoing thing. I could tell she started to form a crush on me. This is when things got really interesting. Okay. I asked her, I finally thought we were at that level where we could add each other on like social media or whatever. And I was like, so do you have an Instagram? And she's like, oh, no, I don't. And I was just like, okay, I didn't think anything of it. She goes, so who do you live with? And I was just like, oh, my best friend. Why didn't I say my ex-girlfriend? I don't know. I don't know why I lied about that. About an hour later, she goes, okay, I lied. I do have an Instagram. And I was like, oh, why'd you lie? And she goes, because I have a girlfriend. And I was like, oh. I felt something deep down, though. Almost like I was jealous, but I wasn't sure because she was just my friend. When she was like, oh, I have a girlfriend, that's why I just didn't want you to know. And I was like, why wouldn't you want me to know? And she goes, because I feel like I'm forming feelings for you. And I was like, oh God, here we go. I was like, oh, and by the way, my best friend is actually my girlfriend who, or my ex-girlfriend who I'm trying to get back with. So it was like this whole thing. That just complicated everything. She said, I'm going to break up with my girlfriend because I like you. And I was like, okay. And I told Crystal about the whole situation. And she literally looked me square in the eyeball and said, I like other people. There's really no hope for us. And I think you need to talk to who you want to, do what you want to do, this and that. And I was like, oh. When she said that, something inside of me kind of just was like, whoa, something awakened. I realized I did like Destiny.
So let's add homewrecker to Amber's list of qualities. Is there truly any good thing about this woman? And she's just out here telling the world what a shitty person she is? Weird behavior.
As time went on, me and Destiny did get closer. We started to FaceTime. I was very scared. I tried to explain to her that I was a big girl. When it comes to Destiny, this is why I am super terrified of meeting her. I am literally constantly reminding her how fat I am, even as we're on FaceTime, where she can physically see this herself. But in my head, I feel like she's not understanding how big I truly am. And I told her how much I weighed, and she didn't believe me. For me, that was kind of like, oh shit. Like the photos I would send her, you know, I'm very good at taking them selfies to make myself look smaller than I actually am. This is TMI. Really TMI. I sent her a naked photo of myself. My body isn't who I really am, but I need her to understand that I have binge eating disorder. I need her to understand that I have struggled with my weight. Like, I was like in this weird spot where I took the photo and I sent it. I was so freaking scared. Her response, I was not expecting it. She had this long paragraph about I'm one of the most beautiful girls she's ever seen inside out.
Inside out.
And that we were meant to know each other, like this whole thing. And at the end of it, she said, I love you. I felt this feeling. I'm about to start crying. I felt this feeling inside of me. When she said, I love you, like the most normal, the most rational, and the most real thing was for me to say it back because I felt it. And it was just the most beautiful moment ever. It just felt right. And that's when I realized my heart is with Destiny. You guys don't even understand. I cried so much because of this.
OMG, imagine getting an unsolicited nude from Amberlynn Reid. What a nightmare. But Destiny's reply of I love you is so middle school boy of her. Remember, they have not met at this point. Love that.
As Destiny and I got closer and closer, I finally spoke up. I told Crystal's parents. I told Crystal, after everyone knew and everyone, knew that I was interested in someone else, and Crystal's talking to other people, it was, I wouldn't say it was awkward, but it was different. I knew that I couldn't be living off of Crystal's family anymore. It wasn't right. I told Destiny that living with my ex-girlfriend but being in a relationship with her wasn't gonna work. I told Destiny that I will get an apartment and I will come live near you. And it was literally the best decision I've ever made. I was so scared, and I was so scared she wasn't gonna like me in person, but the minute I saw her, it was so just amazing. She was like the most perfect thing I've ever seen in my life, and I was like, oh my god. Me and Destiny connect, and we have such chemistry with each other. It's freaking amazing. But I feel like everything happened for a reason, and I'm still thinking about the first day me and Destiny met. It was so cute. Destiny just wanted to be so close to me. She was holding my hand and hugging my arm, and she kept looking at me, and I was just the shyest little thing you could ever see in your life. I kept looking away, and I was but I was smiling because the way she looked at me, I knew that this was the right thing. I never felt such fast love and such strong love, and everything just happened for a reason.
And there we have it, folks. The beginning of the end. Destiny finally got away from Amber, and nothing has ever been the same for her. Will she ever find that kind of love again? Yes. Yes, she will. And lots of it.
You guys met Destiny. You guys have seen that whole journey unfold. And, Destiny saved me from a dark, dark place. She is... I'm shaking. I don't want to cry. She is one of the most amazing people. You don't have to be in a relationship with her to know that. You don't have to be a family member to know that. Destiny is my everything, and she is the most incredible person in the world. And one of the best things that has ever happened to me was being hers. Was being her girlfriend. Just know that you can find love anywhere, whether it be online or you're walking in a store or anything. No matter what you look like, nothing. Just remember that. People will love you for you because looks fade, you guys. As much as you don't want to believe it, looks start to go downhill. But your personality, if you're a good person, that'll always stay.